Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. My name is Shadow, and today we are talking about the A-rated fer-de-lance. It is pimped out with all the bells and whistles, so let's jump into the outfitting screen and take a look at what we've got. So let's talk about our weapon loadout first. So we have kind of a standard loadout. This is pretty much what you will encounter when you meet up with an NPC ship in a resource extraction site or something like that. This is pretty much the loadout they'll be using. So I thought we'd try it out on our A-rated version and see how it does. So for our first weapon, we have our A4 Plasma Accelerator. That's our huge hard point. Now it is a fixed weapon, so you'll have to aim it manually, but the amount of damage that it does is just excellent. Then for our 4 medium hard points, because this ship has 5 hard points, which is really nice, we have F2 gimbaled pulse lasers. So these weapons will track a target that's in front of you. So unlike our fixed plasma accelerator, we don't really have to aim the lasers. Now we've gone with pulse lasers because they generate the least amount of heat out of any of the lasers that you can get for this ship. And having 4 of them all together firing at the same time builds up a little bit of heat, so that can become a concern, which is why we've gone with pulse lasers in order to keep the heat down. Now the fer-de-lance is a really nice ship. It's actually considered a luxury model ship, and as such it features 6 utility mounts. Now we've left one empty, and that's due to power concerns. You can see we're at 25.49 megawatts out of an available 25.2 megawatts, and we've taken care of that with some module management. But for our first utility mount, we have our kill warrant scanner because, of course, this is a bounty hunting variant, and we need that kill warrant scanner if we want to make the maximum amount of money, which we do. Then next, we have 3 A-rated shield boosters, because this ship, if we go over to our internal modules, features only the largest internal component slot it features is a class 5, which means that the largest shields we can put on this ship are class 5, so it's nice to have a little reinforcement for those class 5 shields. Now back on our hardpoint screen, you can see that we also have a chaff launcher for our last utility mount spot, and that's just because, well, getting shot sucks, so let's not do it. Now if we jump over to our internal modules, you can see we've upgraded to the military grade hull composite material, and that's because lightweight alloy is really for situations where you're going to need to jump a long distance or conserve that thrust to mass ratio for some other purpose. But with this build, we're really more concerned about how much damage we can take and deal out, so we want the best hull material possible, so we've gone with the military grade. Now, unlike the Python, which is the other ship that's in the same price bracket as the fer-de-lance, this ship only has a class 6 reactor bay, whereas the Python has a class 7. So the largest power plant we can put in this is an A6, which gives us that 25.2 available megawatt output. So a little bit of power management does become necessary, but nothing major. Now it also has a smaller thruster mount than the Python. It only has a class 5. However, the fer-de-lance is extremely fast. It's one of the faster ships in the game. And with the A5 thrusters, you'll not only have maximum speed, but you will also have maximum maneuverability. And as we're going to find out here in a little bit, the fer-de-lance is extremely maneuverable. Now we only have an A4 frameshift drive on this ship, and with all the components that we have on it at the moment, our maximum jump range is only 11.46 light years. But again, we're really not concerned about jump distance with this build. This is for bounty hunting, and we're just going to be doing that in this one system, basically. Now next we have our A4 life support module. Now this is not strictly necessary, as it's not necessary with any other build, but it will give us 25 minutes of available oxygen time if our canopy gets shattered, which we really don't plan on having happen, but just in case it does, we have that nice 25-minute time. Now you could go with a lower class module if you want, but this is the A-rated ship, so we're just going to put all the A-rated modules that we can on it. Now for our power distributor, we have the A6, and that keeps our lasers firing for the maximum amount of time, and it also lets us fire that plasma accelerator in as quick succession as possible. Now we have the A4 sensor suite for maximum visibility, and like I said earlier, we have the A5 shield generator. But since this ship only features one class 5 component slot where we can actually choose what module we want in it, we had to go with a smaller shield cell bank. We had to go with the A4. Now, I've tested this out a little bit. The A4 shield cell bank, in conjunction with class 5 shields, will actually restore one entire ring of shields, but it's not as good as if we could have A5 shields and an A5 shield cell bank. Now, for the rest of our loadout, we have a D4 hull reinforcement package. We have a G2 vehicle hangar bay, just in case we want to do some roaming around on planets. We have an additional 2-ton fuel tank. And of course, there's the planetary approach suite that just comes standard with every ship now. Now that's it for the loadout on this ship. So why don't we actually take it out, and we'll see how this ship performs in an actual combat situation. So here we go. So this resource extraction site is about 2,000 light seconds away from the space station where we just started, but through the magic of video editing, you guys only have to sit through the journey for a couple of seconds. So let's deploy our hardpoints and see what kind of ships we can find to blow up with these cool weapons. And hopefully we can find an Anaconda, but maybe this Imperial Clipper will do for the time being. Okay, now this Clipper is in a wing with this Eagle right here, so we're gonna scan both ships, because let's make the maximum amount of money. And we will start by picking off his wingman, and then we'll go for the big money. Let's see what these weapons can do. Eagle's pretty maneuverable, but we're actually under attack by the Clipper, so let's fire on it immediately. Looks like our shields are actually holding up really well. Okay, Plasma Accelerator time. And a big miss. Look at the amount of damage we're doing with that. Just from one weapon. That just tried to ram us, but we were not having any of that. Let's use a shield cell. And maybe take out the Eagle. I think I just saw another Clipper approaching. Okay, let's get rid of this thing. It's starting to become annoying. Okay, now just the main threat left to deal with here. And we'll target his power plant. These 4 pulse lasers actually do really impressive damage. Okay, he's down. His power plant is destroyed, so we're just gonna fire on that compartment until he explodes. Okay, now our shields are a bit compromised. So, let's see what else we've got in the area here. Looks like he's got 2 wingmen with him. Alright, we're gonna start by taking out his wingman. One down. One to go. Taking fire from the Anaconda, but we got his wingman. Okay, here we go. Pop a shield cell, we got 1 left. Target his power plant. Open fire. Now, one of the advantages of having an A4 shield cell bank rather than a 5 or a 6 or anything like that is that it builds up way less heat and we can actually still keep firing while we're using it. Just popped our last shield cell. We've almost got his power plant. Almost. And he's done for. And you've just seen the ramming capacity of this ship. Although I was kind of expecting that Anaconda to explode. Much like that. All right. So I think that pretty accurately demonstrates the full potential of the A-rated fer-de-lance. So that's going to conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. And also subscribe to my channel because I've only got more cool stuff coming up that you're not going to want to miss. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it and I will see you in the next one.